Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys coming by the channel to check today's video out and spend some time with me. Guys, we got a good video for you today. I don't know if I've ever seen one that anybody talked about this, but we're going to be talking about the jerkbait belly colors. There's a lot of different belly colors on a jerkbait, and based upon the conditions that you're fishing, certain belly colors are definitely going to help you get more bites. So I'm going to sort of give you guys just some good foundational advice about choosing belly colors in correlation with your jerkbait colors. I think it's going to add up to some more good fish for you guys during the jerkbait season this winter. Also, guys, you've heard me talk about this last couple of days. I just wanted to remind you about this Abu Garcia Zata tack reel. They got them at 20% off at Tackle Warehouse now. And part of the proceeds of this particular reel, the Zata tack, goes to our veterans and our first responders. There's a program working with Tackle Warehouse along with Abu Garcia. This is a great reel, guys. 10 ball bearings, big oversized handle, super smooth. I think it's in sort of the mid 200 ranges before your Tackle Warehouse discount. So I'll put the link in my description here. If you guys use that link to get you one of these reels, it's a good way to help the veterans and help the channel out and get you a good reel at the same time. So appreciate that. Okay, jerkbait belly colors. This is something a lot of people don't really spend much time, talking about. And it really hadn't been that big of a deal up until some of the more high-tech jerkbaits like the Megabass came out. You know, the Megabass was sort of the pioneer in different type of jerkbait belly colors. So before, they were just pretty much white or pearl for decades and decades, but now we got different options, and some of them can be really good. And also, guys, I'll put my Megabass jerkbait link in the description if you guys would like to pick up some of the ones I'm talking about here. So I'm going to go over some of the basic different belly colors and sort of tell you guys a little bit about when they work. Now, the first one is probably the most common. It's just some type of a pearl belly like this. Now, there can be variations. Sometimes it's a little bit duller, sometimes it's brighter, but some type of a pearl or white belly is a really good versatile color. I mean, you can't go wrong in it. It works in a lot of different water clarities, a lot of different sunlight conditions. The belly on a pearl or a white belly jerkbait, it doesn't really have the same impact as the sides or the color of the side or the back on it. So if you just want to not worry about it and just have a good all-around jerkbait, the pearl or white is a really good color. It's super versatile. But the ones I wanted to talk about today, guys, there's two different ones. First one is some type of a bright belly, like with some type of a chartreuse or orange. Now you're going to have different type of color variations, but they're all pretty much the same. There's some type of a brighter orange or chartreuse or yellow type bellies. Now these are good in a lot of different conditions. Now a lot of different conditions specifically to this, but one thing that you have to remember is when you're focused on a jerkbait belly color is this is only a factor if you keep the bait higher up in the water column, because obviously if you got this bait close to the bottom, the fish aren't going to be able to see the belly. So this is something important if you're fishing over the water column where those fish are looking up and coming up on the bait. Perfect for a suspended fish situation. Now, the times that I use a bright orange or chartreuse or yellow belly is any type of low light condition. Cloudy days, rainy days. It's not really a color that I associate with dirtier water. A lot of people think, well, Randy, you just need to use that in dirty water because it's brighter. But again, they can't see it in dirty water. And I want the fish to be able to see this. So I use this in low light conditions, regardless of the water clarity. The water clarity could be 10 foot, it could be 5 foot or whatever. If I get a day, maybe even like early or late in the evening, even if it's a bright sunny day, low light conditions like first thing in the morning and the evening, rainy or cloudy. If it's raining, guys, I have a bright belly jerkbait on. And anytime that I'm using a bright colored belly jerkbait, I always try to keep the bait higher in the water column because the fish will come up on it. So my favorite way to fish this is probably like fishing it down 5 or 6 feet under the water over anywhere between 10 to 20 foot of water. Really good for that. Another thing is this is a really good color for smallmouth bass. If you guys are fishing some of the Great Lakes or the northern tier smallmouth lakes or a heavy smallmouth lake, this can be a really good deal. But my best days on the bright yellow or chartreuse belly have come on those cloudy, overcast, windy type days. Now, the other one, aside from those variations you get, is a partial colored belly. Now, Megabass has several like this. This is the Pro Blue model right here, Pro Blue 2 model. And some of the ones have, they don't have a complete color on it, but they just got a little puff of chartreuse or something on it. These are really good in clear water conditions where you want a little bit of color to the lure, but you don't want it to be overwhelmed. So I use a partial colored belly like this anytime that I'm fishing some pretty clear water situations. Water visibility, at least 5 foot invisibility. And again, that little bit of puff is gonna work a little bit better in lower light conditions, windy, rainy. But I go with the puff in real clear water, but if it's a little bit, not quite as clear, or 3 to 4 foot visibility, I'll use more of the solid like that. So a lot of it is you just sort of have to decide what the fish want to use on there. So one thing that will offset that a little bit is you can still have a sunny or partly cloudy day, but if you have a day that's really, really windy, a lot of times they'll react to that little bit of color or that little bit of puff on it as well. So all 3 species too will hit it, guys. It's spotted bass, smallmouth, largemouth. It's like, every one of them prefer that, but that's sort of just an overview with it. I use most of the time, I'll use some type of a pearl or white belly. It seems like to me that's a really consistent color, but when I get in those specialty situations, like I'm talking about low light, smallmouth, that's when I go to a little bit brighter belly. So hope it helps out. We'll talk later.